Okay, what is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm sure this is a big surprise to everyone. Um, yeah, Double Typhoon is the next deck that I will be taking a look at. So I caved in and I bought two structure decks for Double Typhoon. Just for clarification, no, I did not get the elusive golden Rabbitmon that everyone is looking for. Everyone except I, because I'm not looking for it. And it's okay. It's not a bad deck. Then again, I'm bad at decks, so you can say a lot there. So I built it. This is more so comprised of two structure decks and a couple of green cards that I did have laying around. I would have thrown in some memory boost too, but I have to give myself some time to really get a feel of this. This is not something I would run myself to a tournament with. I just be very honest about it. But yeah, it is going to be Double Typhoon taking the lead here. So, why don't we go ahead and we get things together. So starting off will be the Digitama. I'm running 4 copies of Structure Deck 17's Gummymon. Then following that are the rookies. I am running 4 copies of Structure Deck 17's Terriermon. Oh, sorry about that, but he's next up too. 4 copies of EX4's Terriermon, and then 4 copies of Terriermon Assistant. Okay, then next up are the champions, and I'm running 4 copies of Gargomon from Structure Deck 17, 4 copies of Structure Deck 17's Rapidmon, and 2 copies of BT8's Rapidmon. Alright, then we're going to move on from them, and we're going to go into the ultimates. And there's only one class of ultimates, and that is Structure Deck 17's Rapidmon. And for reasons I'll explain later. Then for the Megas are, of course, the boss monster of the deck, and that is 4 copies of MegaGargomon Ace. Then from there, we're going to go into the the Tamers. For 3 copies of Henry Wong from EX2, for 3 copies of Henry Wong from Structure Deck 17, and then BT8's Wallace with 3 copies of that. Then for the option cards, of course, the elusive and the adorable Double Typhoon. Then 3 copies of Giant Missile, 3 copies of Agility Training, and then 1 copy of Hidden Potential Discovered. So that is it for all of the option cards, and basically the deck overall. So yeah, 50 cards total with my 4 Digitama. So let me go ahead and get into it. So first off is Gummymon. This is just the standard card you can get from Structure Deck 17. I'm trying to figure out what other things about Structure Deck 17. But it does come with another Digitama, and that's Cocomon, which there's 2 Cocomon if I'm not mistaken. Because you get the little side packs that you can open, and they'll give you additional cards. I was lucky enough to get the Gummymon. I don't know if I want to run Coco. I haven't seen anyone running the Cocomon. They're running the green Nyaromon instead. But the Gummymon is, when attacking, once a turn, if you have a green tamer, you draw 1 card, so it's just simple draw power. And I'm just running the basic 4 of those. Next up are, of course, the actual rookies. So 4 copies of Terriermon from Structure Deck 17. So this one can evolve for free on top of a Gummymon for 0 cost. Once a turn during the main, you can play 1 green tamer or 1 level 3 Digimon card with Lotmon in its name from your hand by reducing the cost by 2. So it's just a free drop for a Lotmon. But for the most part, it's able to drop a green tamer. And because of Willis, Henry, and I think Henry and Susie also are green in combination, you can easily drop those. Because it doesn't say dual color, so I don't know if that pertains to dual colors as well. But I am just going to specifically say, yeah, it's just meant here for my version's build, which is running the full set of green tamers. In addition to that, it's inheritable is that when this Digimon is suspended, you gain 1000 DP, so that will help out even more when you're swinging for damage and you want to take out your opponent. So not too bad of a setup card there. The next Terriermon up is EX4's Terriermon. So this is the one that helps you search for cards. On play, you reveal top 4 cards of your deck to add 1 2-color green card and 1 tamer among them with Henry Wong in its name to your hand, and you send the rest of it on your deck. So you can get even auction cards that are dual colored with green. You can get a ton of Digimon that are dual colored with green, and you can go get Henry. So this will set up for the plays and combos with Terriermon. Where you can search with one Terriermon to go get the tamer, and then you have the other Terriermon to help you put the tamer in play. Next, last but not least, is Terriermon Assistant. This card is always treated as Terriermon, so that's not too bad there. So I don't know if you can run all 4 in the deck. You probably can. If I can't, please let me know in the comment section. But yeah, I'm running the 4 copies of Terriermon. Your turn, when an effect suspends this Digimon, you can one of your Digimon will gain 4k DP for the rest of their turn, so it's just a DP passer. The other ability is that Alliance suspends a Digimon. You can have this Digimon Digivolve into a green Digimon from your hand and reduce the cost by 2. So I believe this just helps to get into Rapidmon or MegaGargomon with ease and reduces the cost by 2. So it's going to be a very weird thing, but I'm just running this card just because of the fact that it's another Terriermon, and it'll help out getting into the champions and ultimates a lot faster. So that is it for the 3 of them. Then we're going to move into the champions. So the crazy thing about champions is that armor Digimon are considered champion level Digimon. Hence why the Rapidmon are the way they are. But we're going to first start off talking about Gargomon. So Gargomon can be Digivolved on top of Lopmon or Terriermon for a cost of 2. Otherwise, it's a 3 on top of any black or green Digimon. Once a turn, during your turn, when this Digimon becomes suspended, you may give one of your other Digimon Jammer, so they can swing into the security without being affected by cards. Then the other is, of course, the 1000 DP increase while this Digimon is suspended. So it's just to buff up the Digimon when it's suspended so that things can't run them over. Moving on to the next one is the next dual colored card, and that is both of the versions of Rapidmon. So we have the Rapidmon from the structure deck, and we have Rapidmon from BT8. So let's start off with the Rapidmon from the structure deck. This is the one that has Blocker, Armor Purge, Digivolves on top of a Terriermon for 3. And once a turn during all turns, if this card is suspended, you can reduce the DP of all your opponent's security and one of your opponent's Digimon by 4k DP till the end of their turn. Which is great, because if you're blocking on your turn with this Rapidmon, you can not only hit your opponent's Digimon for the 4k DP, but you can also hit their security, so when you swing, you can easily take advantage of that. It's a really decent Rapidmon, but the being able to Armor Purge and block saves itself, which is great. And then just being able to set up for one of the Henrys in the deck as well, who I'll get into later. Then, just on top of that, being able to just handle itself well for an offensive defensive combo. And then its alternate ability to give the suspended Digimon 1k DP. So just making the MegaGargomon even stronger. Then we have the regular Rapidmon, who has no inheritable, but place itself on top of Rapidmon for 3 Armor Purge, and then when Digivolving, you can, for each tamer you have, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon are suspended, it gains minus 15k DP. So, just a way to clear out the board and suspend things if possible. So, not too bad for the champion lineup. If I did get the chance, I'd probably get 2 more of the BT8 Rapidmon to go with this ensemble. Alright, then moving on from there, we're going to go on to the only ultimate in the deck, and the reason for this will be explained. This is the one copy of of Henry's regular Rapidmon. When Digivolving, you can Digivolve off of a Gargomon or a Rapidmon for a 3 cost. On play, when Digivolving, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if you have a green tamer in play, until the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent's cards cannot delete this Digimon or return it to the hand or deck by effect. So, this Rapidmon can Digivolve itself on top of a golden Rapidmon because it has Rapidmon in its name and is considered Rapidmon. So, it basically just helps out the whole chain of events and then even gives it the additional boost for the fact that these are all going to support each other off of just being Rapidmon or going from Rapidmon to Rapidmon. Digimon, one of your opponent's Digimon, does help with dealing with some problematic Digimon that will come into play, and on top of that, just sitting on top of things that you getting rid of things that you don't have the advantage of getting rid of, because it'll definitely help out with stuff like Red Hybrid. It'll help out with Fang in some of those instances, because those are probably some of the things at the top of my head would be some problems. I don't know too much about the Devas unless you want to stop the Devas and then overflow for to yourself, which can easily help you out there. The inheritable is during all turns, once a turn, if the Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, trash the top card of the security. So you can easily pan through that. This is really just a lineup of things for just the suspension setup and the Rapidmon setup as well. So, alright, we're going to move on from that Rapidmon, and now we're going to go into the Ace, the Boss Monster deck, MegaGargomon Ace. So this can be Digivolved on top of any Rapidmon for a cost of 5. So yes, that includes even the champion Rapidmon. Then, of course, Blast Digivolution, hand, counter, you can drop this Digimon in Digivolve without paying the cost. It is blocker and reboot, and I want that to be very understood how amazing of a combination this is, especially for a lot of Digimon. A blocker that can reboot. Reboot, for those who don't know, means that the Digimon can unsuspend itself at the start of the turn. So you have a block, and because it has blocker, that it can block and then unsuspend and then block the next turn. Yeah, that is a deadly combination. So it's 2 Digivolve effects. When Digivolving, you can suspend up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon and or Tamers. Then 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers cannot unsuspend until the end of the opponent's turn. Then, when Digivolving, at the end of the attack, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So this Digimon only can come in to be a blocker, but can also unsuspend your opponent's Digimon in Tamers, and then they can't unsuspend to the end of your opponent's turn, leaving them completely hopeless. I think the only way this can go over itself is DNA Digivolution, because that forces the Digimon to unsuspend. And I want to say that's the only mechanic I think of, or hybrid. But I think because of the unsuspension, things can't unsuspend. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. You'd have to get some assistance from that about it, because I wouldn't know or understand. So, yeah. But the overflow for this is 4. So, if the card leaves the field by any means, it's an overflow of 4. Giving your opponent 4 memory. But otherwise, this is a really good Rapidmon. It suspends. It makes things unsuspend. It has blocker and it has reboot. So yeah, definite solid things attached to it. And on an ace card at that. So yeah, these aces are getting a lot stronger and stronger every set. So every set and every starter deck. Alright, so we're moving on from there. And now let's talk about our tamers. Wallace, I honestly would just probably replace you with Mimi. But seeing as how you do focus on Gargomon and Rapidmon, you're only here for that suspense. On play, you can hatch a Digimon from your breeding area. Once your turn, when one of your Digimon will Digivolve into Rapidmon or Gargomon in its name, you can send this tamer to reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. Then it's on play. Its security effect is just to play it like any other tamer. So it's decent. Wallace isn't too bad, but Wallace tends to not be my go-to unless I want to just reduce Digivolution. The next up is Henry from BT17. So this Henry is the one that on the main phase If your opponent controls a Digimon, you gain 1 memory. Then it's the quick warp Digivolve the Terriermon into a MegaGargomon. So take a Rapidmon, Gargomon, and place them all under a Terriermon in this card under that Terriermon, and then Digivolve it for 4. Oh, and it gains Rush. So it can rush in, so it can go straight into battle. Not Blitz, which would be a more optimal option. But they want it to be a 4. I guess because of the fact that you can easily reduce the cost of things by suspending other cards. So that's why it's easy just to jump into it. But yeah, this is basically the Henry that will do the warp Digivolving. I'm hoping to see Erika do this as well. And then I know there's a Takato that does it. There's already a Takato that does it. But we have Henry, have Takato. Let's see if the others from Tamers gets the same treatment. Next up and last is the Henry Wong from EX2. This is the memory setter. And then when one of your Digimon would Digivolve into Gargomon or Rapidmon in their name attacks, you can send this tamer to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So it helps you clear out a blocker, but it's a memory setter, which is always a good thing to have in any deck. Is a tamer that can automatically do the memory set. So that is it for the tamers. Then last up is the option cards, which I'm running, of course, the 4 Double Typhoon. I love Double Typhoon because this is a card that definitely just helps set up everything. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck to then add 1 green Digimon and a tamer among them to your hand, and the rest go to the bottom of your deck in any order. So it's a quick way to get to your tamers and your Digimon as fast as possible, similar to the memory boost or the agility training. But the other additional factor to this is this card can stay on the field. Then its delay is to play 1 Terriermon or Lotmon from your hand without paying the memory cost. The security effect is to spend 2 of your opponent's Digimon and then place this card in the battle area. So really good effects for a green option. Really amazing things. Even if you don't run a Terriermon or Lotmon, this could just be really good for a lot of green decks as well. To suspend and unsuspend things and then just have that setup ready. Next up is Giant Missile, which is MegaGargomon's signature attack. The same one your opponent's Digimon, then return 1 of their unsuspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck, and then 1 of their Digimon cannot unsuspend until the end of the turn. The security effect is to activate the main effect. This is just to deal with blockers, deal with a big Digimon that you can't only can, and then bounce them back. Then the next option card is agility training, and just like many other training cards, it's simply just here to help you reduce Digivolution costs and to thin out your deck as soon as possible. The last card to talk about, of course, is the Hidden Potential Discovered, which is also another way to reduce Digivolution costs, so that you can help set up for things. On main, for number of times a green Digimon will Digivolve this turn, you may suspend 1 of your Digimon to reduce the cost of the Digivolution by 5. So just a quick way to get into Rapidmon or Gargomon. Most of MegaGargomon, if any case, so that you don't have to pay so much for it. Because remember, this card isn't one for a reason, because it is extremely broken. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this deck profile, which seems like a short notice, but it is just a good overall setup for things. And I am enjoying it, and hopefully we'll get to test it soon and have some fun with it, because isn't that what Digimon's about? Fun. So, alright guys, with that said and done, I want to wrap up the video here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Yes, I know there are a couple of cards that are not in the deck, and for reasons of, I just built this deck, so yeah, spur of the moment. But it is still fine. It is still something functional, and I'll try to make it as more functional as I can, and hopefully next time if I do decide to want to move forward with it, I will. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps out tremendously. Hit the notification bell to be informed of when I upload more content to my channel. My social media links are in the description box below. And with that said and done, thanks everyone for watching. HBJ, signing out. Take care.